Joel Solomon.
So welcome everybody to your introduction to Infinite Possibilities, the art of changing your life. I will try to speak diligently today. My name is Joel Solomon, and as you know, I was introduced to Infinite Possibilities by Mike Dooley in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Have you guys heard about the one about the orangutan, the caterpillar, and the moose? Nope. They all go into a bar. I haven't either. But somebody told me when you're doing a workshop, start a joke. Does it start with a joke? Okay, whatever. Before we begin, let's start with some guidelines. Can we all agree? We're going to be telling some personal stories here today. Let's keep them confidential. We're literally going to be sharing some intimate stories. I will be. Hopefully you will be too. Let's keep them confidential, keep them here. Secondly, you guys have some cell phones? I think, probably some smartphones. Turn them off. We're going to have an hour to an hour and a half here today of focused presentation and dialogue. You guys are going to be interacting with each other and with me. So let's be present. You'll get so much more out of this today. Why don't you come and sit down, because otherwise you're going to be standing for 20 minutes. And I'd like to make this interactive. So let's have a dialogue. I don't want this to be a presentation. So please interrupt me, ask questions, and we'll have a great time today. So before we start, let's have an icebreaker. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around. Everyone's going to count off. There are going to be some ones and twos. We're going to alternate ones, twos, 1, 2. So Karen, why don't you start?
Sure.
1.
1.
Just scream out your number. You got to remember it for the whole evening, okay? So we're going to do a lot of different exercises. So Karen's 1. Go ahead.
1.
Just scream out your number.
Any number.
No, alternating. We're going to pair off 1s and 2s.
2.
Great.
1.
So,
2.
1. 2.
1.
2.
1.
2. 1. 2. 1.
okay, it looks like we have an odd person, so that's okay though, because then you'll interact with me. So what we're going to start out with is an icebreaker. You may have done it before. It's 2 truths and a lie. Okay, so think about 3 statements about yourself, maybe your family, whatever, and we're going to break up into groups of into pairs. Does anybody want to volunteer? Come up. Volunteer. Anybody? Great, thanks. So I'm going to go first, then you can go second. And then we'll go around. You guys take a couple minutes. Just get to know each other. I'll start. I skydived over the Great Barrier Reef. I've bowled a 261. And I've been to every state in the Union except for Alaska. So which one's a lie?
You've been to every state.
That's the lie?
Yeah.
No, it's true actually. I've been to 49 states. And I've also skydived over the Great Barrier Reef. 16 years ago. But I haven't bowled a 261, it was 251. Okay, so SD, you go. 3 statements, 2 truths and 1 lie. I'll try to figure out which one it is.
I am the mother of 4. My oldest 19. And
You're already lying.
and I play the piano. And I design websites for a living.
The third one's a lie.
No.
You do design websites.
I do design websites. You remember my last speech?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't play the piano.
Oh, great. Okay, so why don't we pair up? Everybody, who's ever a 1, pair up with a 2, and we'll take 2 minutes. Just take 3 statements, talk about your two truths and a lie. So just pair up.
I'm a 2. Who's a 1?
We've done
this.
the exact
We've done
same
this.
thing, so I'm gonna pair with Linda instead.
Come on, Karen. How are you?
Yeah, I've done the exact same thing. Don't tell her the answer. Okay, so.
I'm gonna do a different one.
Okay.
You want to go first?
Sure. Statements are, I lived alone
I-
in juniors.
Let's see. I'm a
I
vegan.
lived alone in
I
high
have
school.
lived in
And I lived
Jamaica.
alone in college.
I am an only child. Which one is false? That one is true.
That was true.
That one is true. I have never lived in I've visited.
High school is.
I used to live in the Cayman Islands, which is really close. But I've never lived in Okay, what do you think?
I've seen lots of famous actors in China. I have
Trumpet is the lie.
I have visited almost every country in Asia.
Why wouldn't your parents like yell at you and say, I've never played the trumpet? Then your parents will go,
That one's a lie.
you're refunded. Yeah, I imagine the trumpet is hard to
I was
solve.
honestly thinking that line, and then the way you said the music one, I was like, oh, she just had that.
Okay, I got 1 more minute to complete the exercise.
Barely.
Piano is what you know how to play.
When I was a kid, I started playing piano, and then I played cello. I think so I was
But you don't play anything you know how to play.
I do still have my cello, but I really touch it.
Do you like to play?
Yeah, I went to conservatory.
Is that your first or second?
I have 2 more after today.
I think you
You really want to
think Vanderbilt needs his education over Jesus. Yeah, that means I can have some slack.
Yes. You don't have 1s and 2s. What happened? Okay, we're gonna stop. We're gonna end it here. Unfortunately, I apologize, Lynn. But the idea was to pair off in 1s and 2s. So anyway, thank you for doing that. Being open, you got to learn a little bit about each other, and we'll continue. Remember your numbers, because we're gonna continue doing exercise throughout the evening. A little bit of background about me before we get into Mike Dooley and Infinite Possibilities. As most of you know, I started my career as an actuary. There's a couple of insurance people in the room I see. I know what you guys do. So I started my career as an actuary. I actually had a Bloomberg in my divisional area. And I used to get on the Bloomberg and analyze stocks. And I asked myself, how do I align my hobby and my career, my hobby being picking stocks and helping my friends pick stocks, and my career, which at the time was being an actuary. So I spent about 15 years trying to figure that out. It took a while, but you see I actually became a hedge fund manager at Citigroup. And then when I was at my own hedge fund that I started a few years later, I realized my true purpose in life. And I know it's probably gonna sound a little crazy, but I found my true purpose in life, which was to become a prosperity coach and help people become financially free so they don't have to work if they don't want to. And I'm also teaching Mike Dooley's Infinite Possibilities along with prosperity coaching. So who's Mike Dooley and what is Infinite Possibilities? Some of you know, Mike is a motivational speaker. He wrote the book Infinite Possibilities, The Art of Changing Your Life. It became a New York Times bestseller. And he also is the author of Notes from the Universe. Anybody hear of Notes from the Universe? So it has 800,000 subscribers globally. It's an inspirational morning note that he tailors to individuals every once in a while. You write a little information about yourself and then it goes out every morning. It's really an uplifting quote or inspirational statement. Highly recommend going on to TUT.com. It's free. And you can get your inspirational quote or statement every morning. Get nice uplifting. It won't be sad. It'll be happy. Then, infinite possibilities. Why are we here? Infinite possibilities training was started because Mike was actually doing a book signing in Portland, Oregon, and he came upon a woman who was homeless, and he gave her some money and walked away, and realized that you can either give a fisherman a fish, or you can teach a fisherman how to fish. If you teach a fisherman how to fish, then they have fish for life. If you give a fisherman a fish, they have fish for a day. So he went back, asked his producer if they could stop along the way to the book signing and give her the book and explain to her that this book can change your life if it talks about deliberately creating your life. And so that's why I'm here, to give you an introduction to this full workshop. So before, some people emailed me because I asked you guys, why did you want to do this introduction? So I heard from some of you, you said you wanted to learn more about limiting beliefs. You wanted to learn more about the law of attraction. Whatever you put out, you get. You guys may have heard about the law of attraction. If you're grateful all day long, every day, there's more and more things in your life to be grateful for. So some people asked about that. Some people told me they just want to come here to network with like-minded people, which is great. You'll be able to do that today. Some people said they just wanted support, which you'll get some really good support today. So we'll go through some of those things. But today, so this whole course, the whole workshop, this is just an introduction, but the whole workshop, which is 6 to 8 hours, will teach you how to deliberately create your life. A life with more joy, more happiness, less stress, less worry, less fear. And so we'll discuss a little bit of the overview of the course today, and then get into specifically chapters 1 and chapter 2. So today, the objectives are to explain to you that thoughts are indeed things. Explain to you what limiting beliefs are, and also explain to you that you're more powerful when you're reaffirming positive beliefs, and you're actually weaker physically and mentally when you're reaffirming limiting beliefs. And we'll get into that. So before we get into a little bit more detail of chapter 1 and 2, chapter 1 is thoughts become things, chapter 2 is beliefs. We'll give a quick overview of chapters 3 through 7. So chapter 3 is emotions. Emotions can be also stated as feelings, energy, vibration. It may be the most important chapter that we discuss in the 6 to 8 hour workshop. Do you guys know about the training balance scale? Have you ever heard of it? The training balance scale is on one side the emotions, the feelings, the thoughts, the vibration, the energy, and on the other side is the actions, the planning, the doing. Now, I was taught growing up, you got to plan, you got to take all this action. You got to have these big goals, and that's 90% of getting what you want in life. What we teach here in Infinite Possibilities is actually 90%, and some people say 99, but let's just say 90, is the thoughts, the feelings, the vibrations, the energy. Because think about it, if you're sad, depressed, all day long, every day, you're not going to be able to reach those goals, those dreams, and desires. So it actually really, really helps when you're in a different state of energy, a different state of vibration. Chapter 4. How many of you guys know of billionaires who just meditate all day long? Anybody? No. You have to take some action, right? You have to take some action. You can't just sit home all day and do nothing. So we talk about taking some baby steps on the way to your dreams and desires. That's chapter 4. Chapter 5 is instincts and hunches, dreams and desires.